I'll let you know. I have it turned on and turned up, so if it comes back, we'll know. We just gotta wait for the.
All right. I think. Yeah, let me know. I think I fixed the audio.
I'll let you
Can...
know.
Ah, there we go. All right.
All right.
Yeah, so we switched the way we were doing it. I think I figured out some of our laggy problems. Oh, thank you, Sanders History 06. You're a gentleman and a scholar, as always. Yeah, sorry. Hello everybody. I have to give my
That
traditional
was a really
hello
fun. That
everybody.
was a really fun recap that we just
We
did for
just
no
did a
one.
really good recap, and I'm going to do it real quick and slow so that you guys don't have to listen to it again. The party fought some ember bats. They got to the town of Winnowing Reach. They met Betty, and were mean to her. And then they met a doctor, and he was mean to them. And then they met Walden Crane, and he asked them to go to the Mokkden Caverns to find the researcher Kenna, who is believed to be there. And I believe, before we left off, you all had
Oh,
oh,
I don't have my character sheet.
you probably need that. You all had decided you did not want to take the long way and take the road around. You wanted to go through the swamp.
Yes.
The shortcut.
Swamp. Did we decide if Eliza is coming with us? I believe. I don't remember where we left off exactly.
I think you decided you weren't going to ask her. Because
She's a narc.
She's not the best in a fight, as you saw with the Ember Bats.
It bullied her into staying behind.
Are you guys talking about that dumb Eliza?
Yeah.
Eliza.
But we could use her for bait. That's my
That's also true.
Eliza.
And Peggy.
She's more of a Peggy, if you ask me.
And Betty.
Lisa and Betty.
Okay, so you guys, we're gonna, instead of taking every step together, we're going to transition a little bit as you guys have begun walking through the mock fields on the outskirts of the Winnowing Reach, and as you're going, much less flora here than in the forest where you were, right? There are certainly trees, but they're much more spread around, much more open. There are large patches of just kind of bare earth with small bushes and shrubs around, and the further and further you walk along, the more your feet start to sink into the mud. As you start seeing, puddles becoming something that might just be a pond or might just be a terribly unfortunate cesspool. It is you're starting to get that little bit of stagnant water stink as you're moving through these fields, and it's starting to feel a tidbit swampy.
I could hear that sound, that squelchy sound, in my head. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very close to my duck sound, so I apologize if it's not squishy enough. What is the marching order? How are you proceeding? I know in the past Benson has been in front, but he got hurt. I don't know if he's still feeling like.
It felt great for me last time. I'd like to maybe not do that this time.
Sure.
Maybe the person with all the weapons can go first.
I'll go first. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Rena. Yes, Rin. Sorry, not. That's an N. I write good words. Rin is going to take up the front, the Mopok fighter, with her coat full of sharp things. Where are the rest of you situating yourselves?
I'm going to go next.
Okay.
I can take third.
All right. Pua, the hedge cleric. Benson, this Gallus druid, and then pulling up the rear is Quoth, the Corvim rogue. Perfect.
I also really hate this place, so I'm probably like facing backwards, just like grossed out by everything.
Okay. Well, since you are in the front, Rin, why don't you roll a perception check for me? And then Pua, if you're right behind, why don't you just roll a d8?
Good performance.
Oh, I did. You're right.
What is that?
Well, that would be a natural 1, so let's try again with the other check. Let's.
What's the right button?
Although that is a
this time?
great way to. So, because I'm on this couch, I use a chair as my like camera stand, and I have to like look around the chair to see what you guys roll. Okay, that's a 13 perception. And do I have a roll? You rolled a 2. Oh no, that was Quoth.
Oh, that was me testing something earlier. Yeah.
Pua, can you give me just a d8?
Oh, you asked me to do something?
I did. I did.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You want? You said a D8.
A d8, 1d8 only.
I got a FOA.
A 4. Okay.
Perfectly average.
50%.
Okay, let me look something up very quickly then. Okay, cool. So as you are all walking, again, these kind of like scraggly bushes and little bits of growth that are growing around tend to get a little more plentiful, right? So there starts to be a little bit more flora around, although still pretty low to the ground, not too many trees. Those that are there have vines hanging up, growing all around them. And after a while, you come to a few, like a copse of a few trees, and you look ahead, Rin, sorry, through this copse, and there appears to be, and you're pretty sure, even though it's at a distance, there seems to be a building among the small copse of trees. You know, big trees, almost like weeping willows just around this building. It looks like they may have at one point been planted purposely around it, although it definitely looks as if it's old and has fallen into disrepair.
Okay. Do you guys see that building up ahead?
I know, I guess.
Do you think we should go look at it?
You can go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You all walk up towards this building, and it definitely looks as if it's very small, right? It would be almost like a shack if it was like made of wood, but it does seem to be made of stone, and it seems to have been here for a very long time. There are just a few steps leading up into it, and everything in it is wet from just pools of water around. Although it hasn't rained in a couple days, it definitely looks as if things are pooling. And you notice it's because there is no ceiling to this. You look around, there seems to be some structure towards the center of the room. And this seems to be an old fungus-covered now, plants growing through it and around because it's been sitting here so long, but it seems as if it's a shrine of some sort.
Let me look at it.
I was just gonna say, pull up, pull the amulet out, stroke the amulet for spiritual guidance.
Sure, go ahead. You can roll a religion check, Pua.
So what's funny is I'm proficient in religion, but I have very low intelligence.
Well, you do get to add your proficiency modifier, so that might even it out. It might help a little bit.
Oh, so
Hey!
good. That's fine.
Wow, a 21, natural 19, nice. Ooh, yeah, +2 from that.
Oh,
Uh, okay, you recognize this, my hedge cleric friend, very, very quickly, honestly. And what god do you worship?
Ardia.
Yeah, you worship Ardia. However, being a hedge, growing up in the Humblewood, I think growing up, most of your family worshipped the god of this place. It is Henwin.
Oh, Henwin. I almost picked him.
It is the god normally associated with hedges. Kind of a god of nature. And looking around, even though it definitely looks like it's in disrepair, right? It's been cast aside and no one's paid too much attention to it recently. Uh, it it kind of goes when you look at it. Yes, it's not a cultivated, but this nature god, um, to be to have its shrine given back to nature and taken over by it, you're like, oh, okay, this actually might be, in fact, a very holy place.
Hey guys, this place is pretty holy.
Yes, I say as I see some bricks that have fallen out, stones that are
And
like
the
in the wall
massive
missing.
gaping ceiling.
I poke my wing through like a hole in the wall.
I mean religious Q.
Oh, yeah. I got nothing.
interesting.
This is the god of my family and forefathers.
Cool.
Hmm.
That's God. I love it.
God of spikes.
Do you think there's any food laying around? Sometimes people leave food for gods, and then you can steal it and eat it.
I don't know if anybody's been here in a while.
Do they all look like this?
Am I supposed to do something to this to the shrine? I'll pray.
Can I
Okay.
just check around and see if there's any like traps?
Yeah. So Pua goes down to this central, very simple stone altar and starts to pray, kneeling on this bed of moss. That
I'm gonna detect magic too.
sure.
In ritual.
Well, it's gonna take 10 minutes.
That's
so
fine.
so you take that'll be a while, but Quoth, you can roll an investigation check. And if you're gonna spend 10 minutes here, you know what I mean? Like you can roll at advantage. That's a good amount of time. So as you kneel down to pray, looking at everything, and Pua, you haven't prayed specifically to Henwin in quite a while, right?
Mhm.
It was a god that you were close to when you were young.
He falls under like Ardia is like the greater god, and he falls under her, right? Isn't that how that works?
Ardia is one of the two great birds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, they're kind of the major deities, I guess, and then each kind of bird folk and humble folk race has another deity. Although you don't have to, of course, worship the one specifically for your person.
Right.
But it's been a while since you've prayed to Henwin, and it comes back to you quickly. I think you are praying in hedge, right? You're in your natural language, and as you do, you feel this warmth come over you, and it's nice. It's nothing that pushes away your closest to your current god, your chosen god, but it does. It fills your heart and it makes you feel good. You can now cast the spell Spiny Shield one time without using any material components.
Wow.
Yep, literally just one time cast of this spell, and that
Ever or daily?
Ever. Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
like, the god gave her a spell gift.
Yes.
Wow.
Cool.
Wild.
Let me.
And it won't use a spell slot?
No. Nope.
Cool.
Well, let me see. It doesn't really say that, but I'm going to say it's not going to use a spell slot because whoever the first person was to pray at this would have gotten that ability even if they weren't a spellcaster. So I'm going to say it's not going to take a spell slot. That is also a Humblewood specific spell.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of wasted for me, unfortunately, because I already had it.
Can you cast it on someone else, or is it?
No, it's for me. It's what it sounds like.
Can you read it for me? Because I can't find it
Yeah.
quickly.
It says you cannot wear armor of any sort, but your natural armor class is 14 plus your dex modifier. You can still benefit from the armor class bonus provided by shields if you are proficient with shields.
Okay. Perfect. So
That's weird because I thought that was just like a class feature.
I think your class feature is kind of like the spell Spiny Shield, but all the time.
Right.
That's my take on it.
Cool.
All right. And so we also had Quoth walking around investigating. As you look around, you notice a few things. Some things that might actually make Rin quite a bit happy. While you don't find any food left here, you do, in fact, find a decent amount of edible mushrooms that can make a lovely snack. I think that, even though Quoth is from the city, right? The city is built in the middle of a big ass tree, so there's plenty of nature around, right? And there are times you were pretty hard up on cash, so you figured out, what mushrooms growing around will kill you, and which ones you can make a snack out of. And there's a pretty decent little snack for each of you that you're able to accumulate.
I love snacks.
I'll gather them up and I'll say, guys, I found some edibles, and I'll pass them out to everybody.
Snack time!
All
I'm gonna eat all mine at once.
Okay.
Right now?
Yeah, it's already gone in my belly.
We don't have for 2 minutes.
But it's snack time.
Okay.
Are you gonna eat yours?
I'm gonna save it.
I'm tucking them in my little bag.
Just so you guys know, I do have I have the ability that if we're ever in a pinch, I can make things edible and not poisonous, both liquid and food.
Just like
So,
Just suck the poison out.
something like that.
Just praise the poison out.
that can't be right.
Might be.
That can't be it.
All right. Yeah, and Pua, spending that 10 minutes doing detect magic, there is a general aura of divine magic emanating from particularly the shrine, the altar in the middle of this shrine. Nothing else stands out as magic, though, and it's the same kind of divine magic you tend to find in
Religious
shrines.
places.
Mm-hmm. After being bestowed a gift of a spell by a god, you're not super surprised to find that it is, in fact, a magical little place you're in.
I like it here. Feels good.
Yeah, I like the mushrooms. Kind of gross and creepy. All right. We ready to keep going? Did everyone check it out?
Yeah.
Praying for 10 minutes.
Can I climb on top of the building and just kind of like scan the swamp?
Sure, make an athletics check to get up there.
I think I have advantage on athletics checks made to climb because I have talons.
Awesome, yeah. Very cool. Roll at advantage.
Athletics.
Natural 20, beautiful. You watch so quickly as Quoth just climbs up like, I don't know, some creepy exorcist shit. And she just gets up and perches. She actually like climbs almost upside down to get up around and pulls herself over in this very very impressive display as she is then perched about 12 feet up or so, scanning the surrounding landscape. Why don't you roll a perception check while you're up there to see what you can view? A 16, good. All right, you notice a few things scanning around. Since it's a pretty fairly open area, you felt pretty good when you were walking, but going ahead in the direction you were in, these bushes, the vines, all of this stuff, starts to become a bit more thick. And you're pretty glad now that you're up here looking around that you did this. First of all, you can see off in the distance, where the land becomes very hilly, what looks to be probably the entrance to a cave or so. And it's still a bit of a ways off, but you made your way most of the way there. And those must be the caverns that you're headed towards. On the way there, you notice a couple things. You do notice and point out some kind of pools of stagnant water around, with a bunch of insects just swarming all around, and you're like, okay, I definitely want to avoid that. That looks gross. And then looking around again, you notice what seem to be maybe little puddles. It must just be a puddle of water, maybe with something in it, because it's catching the light weird. Oh, no. It's moving. And you kind of clock where these, like, moving, weird-looking gunk balls are around, and you are able to kind of clock a good path to not have to move through them on your way.
Okay.
I'm naming this episode Gunk Balls.
Gunk balls.
All right, I'm gonna climb down and relay that information to the party.
Sure.
And kind of point them in the right direction.
So are those the slimes that Walter was talking about?
Slime.
Oh, I feel like those were in the cave.
Oh.
But that's what she was researching.
What if they've gotten out of the cave? That would be bad.
Like a mama slime?
Did we ask him what color they are?
No.
I don't think so, no.
We should have asked more questions.
all I have in my priest book is that they're slow and gunky and we shouldn't touch them.
So I wasn't really paying attention to Walter. Did he say he'd give us more money if we caught slimes?
Thought so.
Being that Walter described them as being gunky, and then these were just described as gunk balls, I sense a connection.
All right, I'll say we head in the direction of the slimes because I want more money.
And not the path that avoids them?
I think we should go the path that avoids them and maybe picks them up in the cave.
Yeah, I thought the whole point was the cave is filled with slime. We really want pre-cave slime?
I want all the slime.
Maybe if we passed by one, though, we could see what we're up against when we get to the caverns.
Wait, why are we going to the cave if there's perfectly good slimes here?
We're rescuing
We gotta get Kenna.
Right.
Okay, question. Do we have a way to transport these slimes, even if we bring some of them back?
Can one of you roll an intelligence check for me?
Not me.
This is a smart fraud.
Good.
Benson! Do it!
Use the clicky one.
Benson.
There is my intelligence.
It's right there.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe I should click on it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, you did it as
Wait.
a save.
Yeah, that was a save.
My bad.
Oh. That might save you.
Where's this way to make that bigger?
Hold on. Did I do it right that time?
Yep,
Yeah,
you
unfortunately.
did. And, That's a natural 1.
That's
You
not-
guys
No, it's
keep
not. It's a 2.
There's no red there.
you guys just keep doing your thing. Just keep going.
Cool. Good story.
Awesome.
Team Awesome gonna get the slime.
Wait, are we going with the slimes?
I don't think we should. We're supposed to go to the cave. Just walk to the cave. But
I vote we do Kenna first and then pick up accessory slimes on the way back.
All right, fine. We'll go get Kenna.
All right.
Yeah.
You all continue on towards the Mokkden Caverns, picking through the path that Quoth kind of points out to you. Oh yeah, I saw this tree. No, we definitely don't want to go near that tree. And keeping away. Still in the front, if we have Rin, give me another perception check as you're moving forward.
Perception check.
Ooh.
Nice. All right, 22.
Yep.
You get closer and closer and start slowing down a little bit as you're moving towards the entrance to this. And when you're about 80 feet away to what seems to be the real entrance to these caverns, you can tell there's a lantern, though unlit, hung on the side. This is definitely like a used spot, or at least it was at one point. You notice a couple gunk balls.
Gunkies.
Don't you dare put those in your pockets, Rin.
These things are imagine like a 4-foot mass, just this huge thing that is like expanding and contracting, and every once in a while it like almost like leaves this like this belching excess of gas out of it as it's moving. This thing, it catches the light in a way that makes it seem almost iridescent. It is freaky looking, and you definitely seem to notice it before it notices you, if in fact it has the ability to notice you at all. It seems to shoot out little tendrils that kind of like reach onto the ground and like pull itself forward along the ground, leaving a slime trail behind. And you see 2 of them. How would you like to proceed?
Can I run up to one and like squish it? Like squeeze it?
It's 4 feet.
It's
I don't think you could.
huge.
It's like bigger than me.
I want to hug the squishy slime.
So, what are you gonna do? Do you want to run up to it and hug it?
Yeah, like I just want to squeeze it and be
No,
like,
he said don't touch them.
squishy, but Ren just loves squishy things.
What's happening? Does Rin start running up to it?
Someone try and grab her.
Okay.
I try to grab the back of her coat.
I'm gonna pray.
Quoth, roll an athletics check. Rin, I also want you to roll an athletics check. You can actually roll athletics or acrobatics to try to get out of this, because effectively Quoth, you need to roll
Straight athletics.
Yeah, you're trying to grapple Rin is what's happening, and that's a natural 20. Rin starts going, I want to squish it, starts running forward, and Quoth is like, no, and just bear hugs, and is just holding Rin back, and she's like, ah!
But that one squish it, it's so squishy.
He said don't touch it.
Who said don't touch it?
Walter.
Oh.
We don't want to have to rescue
dangerous.
2 people here, please.
What'll happen if I touch it?
I don't know. He didn't say. He just said don't touch it.
Another question we should have asked.
They're just slow and gunky and don't touch them. They don't know much about them. The reason that the strikingly beautiful, intelligent Kenna is here is because she's trying to do research.
By yourself, they can't be that bad, right?
No, so I can definitely catch one and keep it as a pet.
Maybe you should try to poke it with a stick or something first.
Ooh, okay. What do I have in my coat?
I love your coat. All I can picture is the guy in Hercules. I see the guy in Hercules going, "You want to buy some sundials?"
Ugh.
It's the image I have.
My longbow and just like poke it with the longbow.
I mean, are you going to go up to it to do that? Because you're still being held so that you can't quite get up to it.
Friends, I won't touch the slime. I pinky promise. Can I go poke it with my longbow?
He's not gonna stop her with
If she calms down, I'll slowly let her go.
All right, yeah, you release, kind of hands up. Okay.
I'm gonna hold a Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm going to hold a. I'm trying to read really quickly. I'm gonna hold and inflict wounds.
All right, mark off the spell slot. What's the range on that? You're 80 feet away right now.
Oh, never mind, because it's touch. Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna try and be ready to help you, but I don't think I can.
God, poke the slime.
All right, so Rin's walking forward.
Rin is walking forward, her longbow out, ready to poke the slime.
Sure. You walk forward, longbow out, ready to poke the slime. These things just moving forward, pulling themselves along. You walk about 20 feet forward, and as soon as you do, these slimes reorient themselves to be facing towards you. They start to and these little appendages start coming, and they start pulling themselves towards you as quickly as possible. I need everyone to roll initiative.
I'll do.
I'm gonna fight the slimies.
Oh, nice. You are.
right there. You gotta click the name.
All right, what do we have? Who's 25 to 20?
I got 21.
All right.
The second one was Alyssa. Sorry, forgot to switch the name.
Whoops.
So 13 for
see.
me. 15 for
Okay.
her.
21 is Pua. 20 to 15.
No.
No, they got a 17.
Oh.
Slimes. 15 to 10. 13 was which one?
That's me.
And Quoth.
And I got 13, yeah.
Who has the higher dex? Or you guys can choose who goes first.
I'm 15.
I have 19.
All right.
You're pretty better going
So
first.
I'll put Quoth first. I'll put Benson. And then bringing up the rear is Rin, who is closest to them. Lovely.
I wanna poke it so bad.
Okay. Pua, you are up first. You look over and you realize that this creature is moving towards her in like these quick motions, trying to get to your friend Rin, moving rather aggressively. What do? You are 80 feet away.
Whichever one is closer, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay, that's within the range.
That is 120 feet.
Okay, roll two. That's an attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I never got this to work right in here. So, is rolling to attack just 20 plus, like a 20-sided die plus my attack modifier?
Spell attack modifier, correct.
Okay, sorry.
You've got it.
Rolling dice. ... 13.
Okay, 13 is, I think, going to hit. Sorry, I'm still getting used to using these cards. Yeah, 13 is definitely going to hit. Do you all want to see?
Cool.
It's so cute.
All right, that makes sense why you went for it.
Yeah, I want it to be my friend
I get it.
and my pet.
Uh,
I name it Bob.
Okay, 13 is going to hit. Roll for damage.
I am doing that right now. Now.
14. My God, y'all are level 1, right? You.
Well, I got 2 1s and 2 6s. So
That's true.
also on its the next attack against the target has advantage.
We don't have to worry about that too much. Explain what this attack looks like for me, Pua.
Oh. So I'm going to clutch my holy symbol, and a bright light is going to come out of it and just like right into the slime, and the slime's gonna
Yeah, this light goes and it kind of like goes inside of the slime, which starts to undulate slowly and then explodes, splattering slime all over the place. Okay, that is your action. Anything else you would like to do, Pua?
No, thank you.
All right, lovely. Okay. It is.
The bats were cuter, and we killed them.
It is the slime's turn next. That's the problem when you have good artists for this game. You don't actually want to kill any of the enemies, right? It moves 15 feet closer to you. That's as quickly as it can move. It's very slow. Quoth, you are up.
Sucks to be it.
am I also 80 feet away?
You are indeed. Although you are now 65 feet away because it moved slightly closer.
And I feel like my arrows would probably just like go right through it.
You can certainly try.
Could I run up to it?
How far is your movement?
30 feet.
You
So
can-
I'm gonna run part of it.
Sure.
And then could I use my 50 feet of hempen rope to try to like lasso it and like can I use rope as a weapon? I want to try to like lasso a part of it and then like pull it and like pull a piece of it off.
Well, I would say that if you're trying to take this just piece of rope and make it into a lasso, that would be at least an action to like, tie the whole lasso loop thing around. You could certainly do that now and have the lasso ready for like future battles, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So I'll move within. I'll move up to. I have 50 feet of rope, so I'll probably move like, I don't know. I'll stay like 20 feet away from it, but
Sure.
I'll make a little lasso rope.
Yeah, roll just a dexterity check to see how quickly you can work on hog tying some slimes over here.
Oh,
That's a 6. So
I'm a city girl.
you go, ha-ha! And then you swing it around and it just... and then you're just swinging a rope.
I quickly stuff it back in my bag.
All right, that is movement and your action. Anything else you would like to do?
No.
All right.
I got nothing.
Benson, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my shield and I'm gonna kind of cower a little bit behind it. I'm a little nervous, but I will use my 30 feet of movement to get a little bit closer.
Sure.
And I'd like to cast Produce Flame. Just gonna have it ready. I'm not gonna try to throw it because I don't think I'm gonna hit it. So I'm just gonna have it ready just in case I need it.
Sure.
Just it's here.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Okay. That's Benson. Rin, you are up.
Okay.
You are 60 feet away.
As soon as the slime explodes, I'm gonna scream, "You killed Bob!" Because I'd already decided his name was gonna be Bob.
It's just like the flump.
And I'm gonna scream, "Don't kill it! Don't kill it!" And I'm gonna run my 30 feet.
Okay, you run 30 feet closer. Remember, you can always dash too, which means you can use your action to move another 30 feet.
Yes, another 30 feet.
Okay.
So now I'm 5 feet away from it.
You were 60 feet to begin with.
Whoa.
It moved 15 feet closer to you. So you can be right up on it if you
I'm
want.
actually flying.
Yeah, so you run right up to it. You dash just absolutely like anime style, running as quickly as you can to get to it. And the second you get within 50 feet, it's going to attack you because it was holding an action.
That slime's gonna be my worst friend.
Is a 10 going to hit?
I don't know.
No way.
Probably
I doubt
not.
it.
15.
15. So as you get close and you're like, hi! This thing's like shoots out one of these little pseudopods and you just like sidestep it as it slams on the ground and pulls closer to it, leaving this gunky slug-like slime trail behind. Anything else you would like to do, Rin? That is your movement, that is your action.
No.
Okay. Back to the top. Pua, you are up.
So I don't want to like kill this one necessarily because I want to understand it better. So I'm gonna try and at least incapacitate it by shooting an arrow at it, which means that I'm gonna pull out my bow and pull a quill, and
Okay, so you're gonna shoot an arrow at it.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
23 is gonna hit. Why don't
And
you
then I
roll for
should 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Let me make sure it can't. Okay. Yeah, so as that happens, the quill kind of passes through it, and it seems to kind of react to it. But the quill does end up going out the other side. It doesn't seem to have taken the full damage from that.
So through and through.
Through and through.
Clean shot.
That is your action. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right. The slime is up next. It is again going to reach out this other pseudopod to the side and try to whip it around at Rin.
Such a gross image.
It's the cutest thing ever.
That is a 19 to hit.
Ooh.
So
Oof. That's an oof.
how many damages do I have?
Well, I'm going to roll for damage. Can you also make a strength saving throw for me? Oh, wait, no. Nope, you don't need to. I lied. I'm sorry. You are just going to take damage, and you're going to take...
How many punches of health do I have?
2 less now. You take 2 points
Alright, I have 11. Okay.
of slimy damage.
Okay.
As this thing just like hits you right in the side, hits you, and it kind of sticks for a second as it pulls its pseudopod back in.
You love that
I
noise.
hate the word pseudopod.
I don't like it either.
You missed it. The last campaign I run, I kept using the word membrane. These words are supposed to be gross, people. Okay. That is its action. Quoth, you're up.
I feel like everything's just gonna go through it. Can I'm gonna pull out my short sword. Can I try to like quickly run by it and like slash off a corner?
Sure. Yeah, you can roll to attack.
Short sword. 13.
13 is going to hit. Roll for damage. 8. Again, it seems not to take the full brunt of your attack. But it does seem to kind of shrivel up away, and you reach out, roll a sleight of hand check to see if you can grab the piece of the slime that you just
I have
cut off.
expertise.
Okay. All right, you reach out and catch this right
Come here.
out of the air, and you're now holding a piece of this jelly-like slime grossness.
Is it moving on its own?
It is moving on its own as it's kind of like wiggling around. It's like holding flubber, as it's just like going all around, but it's also starting to ooze through between your fingers as well.
Can I shove it in a pocket? Can that be like my bonus action? Just shove it in a pocket?
Yeah, you take it and you shove it in the pocket, and then as you pull your hand out, you notice that this thing is very, very sticky. Okay.
Ew.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Ew.
Lucas, you're doing too much. Come on.
That's a
Let's
12.
go.
Okay, you're able to pull your hand out of your pocket, and your fingers are very, very sticky, like having super glue between your fingers. And you're
Ew.
not sure if that pocket is ever going to be pocket full again.
Yeah.
Very,
Okay.
yeah, very sticky.
You're doing too much.
Gross. Okay. I'll continue. I kind of ran by it when I was doing that. Can I just kind of get out of like melee range of it?
Yes, and the second you step out of melee range, it is going to take an attack of opportunity.
Right. Boo. Okay.
And that is going to be 5 to hit, natural 2.
No.
You step out of the way. It gives this half-hearted attempt, but it does seem like it tried to originate this pseudopod. I'm going to keep using it. It's so gross. From the chunk that you cut off, so it's very ineffectual. It's kind of.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. After Quoth, Benson, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to shuffle a little bit closer to it, just kind of maybe another 5 or 10 feet. So
Sure.
I feel more confident in my range. Just going to peeking out over the top of the shield, making sure. And I'm going to try to throw
No.
a flame at it just to see if I can burn it up a bit.
Yeah, definitely roll to attack.
All right. There is it.
Like my future pet.
Yeah, I don't think you want to touch that thing.
Whoa, a 25 is definitely going to hit. Roll for damage.
All right. It was.
Ooh.
That is 11 points of damage. As you do that, Benson kind of throws this flame that he had in his hand out. It hits the edge of the slime that starts to burn away. The slime does another one of its like belches, almost trying to throw the fire away, but that extra excess of air seems to pull the flame right inside of it as it starts to belch out little pockets of air all around, and then swells up and deflates, and just starts to smush out in this puddle around the ground. As Rin, you're able to step back quickly as it is covered in this puddle. And as you're looking all around, there are just like I said, like slug-like slime trails of these two entities as they were moving around outside of this cavern. But you are now out of combat. These slimes are no more.
You killed my pet!
It was trying to kill us.
Don't worry, I saved some for you, Rin.
Can I have it?
Yeah, just stick your hand in my pocket. No, don't do that. Stop it. Get away, get away.
Maybe we could have, like, I don't know, packaged it up or something.
I don't remember we had to bring any back alive. I thought we just had to get rid of a couple.
I don't know. I wasn't really listening to Walter, but I really want a slime.
His mustache was quite distracting.
So distracting.
So, Q, you put this in your jacket pocket?
Yeah.
Or okay, can you take off your jacket?
No, it's sewn onto my feathers. Yes, I take
Oh,
it.
ew. So creepy.
Art.
Yeah, no, I can
Okay,
take it off and I kind of hold it out and I open the pocket as much as I can and like show them inside.
Yeah, it's like Like,
I'm gonna take.
it's rather glued together at this
I'm gonna
point.
borrow her jacket for a minute and sit with it for 10 minutes and cast detect poison and disease and ritual.
All right, so you guys are gonna sit outside of this cavern for 10 minutes.
If everybody else is okay with that.
Time.
All right, what's
What?
everyone else doing while Pua is ritual casting?
I asked if everybody was okay with that.
Yeah, I'm asking what everyone else is doing while you're doing that.
I'm gonna try to get the residual gunk off of my hands.
Sure, yeah, you take time, you take a little bit of water, and you're able to kind of clean it off. It's still pretty uncomfortable. You probably will take a good scrub to get it totally off. But it's feeling better. Some of your feathers are a little sticking together.
Ew.
I'm gonna pout and kick a bunch of rocks out.
Yeah.
How far are we from the cave mouth?
You're like right in front of it at this point. You can very easily get over to it.
Yeah, I kind of want to just go take a quick little peek. I don't want to get too far, and just kind of go and kind of look around.
Yeah, and as you do, these are definitely folk-made tunnels, right? As you're looking, they're not natural, although they might have once been natural. They're definitely have been expanded and reinforced. You do notice it is very dark as you look inside. Although there is that lantern right next to the door, it is not lit, and it just seems to be a long tunnel that disappears into darkness before you.
Okay. I just want to go back to the group then. I'll maybe take a seat and just kind of wait for Bua to finish
Yeah.
whatever weird religious stuff she's doing.
Okay, so 10 minutes goes by. You were looking for disease and poison.
Yeah.
Nope, just sticky.
What? Hold on a sec.
Is it-
Sticky. Just.
It
sticky.
counts creatures. Poisonous creatures.
It is not poisonous. It is not diseased. It's just
It's
sticky.
just sticky.
It's sticky.
Is it getting hard in the pocket, or is it just like super it's a hard way to phrase that, but like, is it starting to solidify, or is
Like
it
glue, you mean?
yeah, or is it just the whole thing is this same like viscous gross stickiness?
Yes. So over the course of the 10 minutes, it does at first seem as if it's like getting harder to open, like it's glue closing this thing together. But after a few minutes, it actually seems to kind of like become wet and gross and still sticky, but more mucusy. And it seems to be losing its adhesive property over the course of this short amount of time you're waiting.
Okay. I will just leave it in my pocket then.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of like dripping out through the seams. That part of the coat, it's just wet
Ew.
now as it soaks through. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very easily kept in a pocket-like space.
You can go ahead and have your coat back.
Thanks.
Okay. There you are. Coat there, friends dead, and cavern before you.
I guess we have to go in.
Maybe there'll be more slimes inside.
Maybe.
I think that I'll take the lead since I can cast light in front of us so we can see.
I can go second. I have advantage on dex and stealth checks made in dim light or darkness.
Okay, so Pooh is gonna take up the lead. Quoth steps up behind her, ready to go. Hide in the
Wait,
shadows.
I have a question.
Sure.
Would the light negate the dim light and darkness of my...
What does light give you?
Light gives you a 10-foot cube that sheds bright light for a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay. I might let someone else go in front of me then. So I'm in the dim light zone.
Sure.
You should go, Benson, because I also have advantage on in dim light, darkness, and dark vision for 60.
Well, geez, I guess you guys don't need my cool spell then.
Too much vision, please. I will go second. Although I could make my own light, just saying.
Oh, you can make light too?
That's what I've been throwing at people.
Well,
It's not as good though. It didn't come from God.
Came from the earth.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to the toilet at night magic. It's not holy magic.
all right, marching
so,
off.
Pua, Benson, Rin, and then Quoth.
I'm holding my little thing of Ardia in front of me, casting the
Yeah,
light.
you cast light on that and just shooting this light out ahead of you and to let you see where you're going. Indeed, these caverns seem to be interconnected tunnels, some of which seem folk-made, some of which seem natural. And as you go, you notice that some of the supports and beams around as you go are in better repair than others, and you kind of are like picking your way through in a way that seems to be the safest, but still getting you deeper into these mines, which seems to be the way to go. After about 30 minutes of walking, though, and not having seen a side tunnel for a while, you find yourself at the edge of about a 50-foot tunnel straight ahead. And this is what you see. I must read now. You look down the tunnel in front of you. It is haphazardly propped up by makeshift frame made from wooden struts. The time-worn frame creaks audibly, and dust occasionally showers down from the ceiling into the tunnel. It looks like it could collapse at any moment. How would you like to proceed?
This doesn't look good. Maybe the lightest of us should go check it out.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Is there a way for either of our magical companions to cast some sort of ball of light into?
So you can cast light, the spell light. Pua could cast it on an object, and then she could throw it into the tunnel to kind of see.
Oh
further
yeah.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
So,
that.
so
I
you,
didn't realize I could do that.
yeah. So you could like pick up a little rock offside and just throw it ahead forward, and
I can't have multiple instances of it though, because so my holy symbol would extinguish.
sure, yeah. And so the center about of this tunnel is, and you get a look, and certainly these kind of makeshift wooden struts that have definitely deteriorated over time are haphazardly thrown around, holding up the stone and rubble on the ceiling, and you can tell it is just shifting ever so incrementally. Even while you're looking at it, you hear the groan of wood, and then see a release of dust over the tunnel.
I don't like it in here.
Yeah. I don't know. Hold on, I'm thinking.
I have dark vision 60 feet. Can I see anything that other people can't see?
If you can see 60 feet through, you can see that after this stretch of tunnel, it seems to go back to the more safe type of tunnel you were in. It does seem to be just this one stretch of area.
Stretch.
50 feet long.
50 feet.
I'm just worried we're gonna get trapped.
Well, we're already underground,
Yeah.
and I can see the end of it. I think if we run really fast, we can make it through that.
Like I said, I'm more worried about us getting stuck and not being able to get out, Bryn.
Probably stuck underneath like a landslide or something, or a cave in. Probably dead. Maybe we just turn around.
You want to turn around?
If it does cave in, can anyone do anything to like shift rocks or something?
Can't you use your druid magic to talk to the rocks? Tell them to move
Oh,
Um,
wait.
Let's
Wait.
assume it's gonna cave in.
I'm a natural burrower,
We've got a natural burrower.
Hey!
but I can only burrow through sand.
The weird thing is yourself.
I'm sorry, soil. Soil. I can only burrow through soil.
You have
I'm
a
a beachhead.
soil?
Do you want me to make the rocks into sand so that we can burrow into them
Yes.
and leave us all behind?
No, we can follow her. Or she can get help.
This, I mean, this isn't the way it works. I don't think. I don't really know a lot. Kind of new at this. We need to go.
You want to leave?
No, we either need to leave or we need to just go through. As long as we stand here, they're going to fall on top of our heads instead of behind us.
Quoth,
Good point.
Quoth, why don't you make a I don't know what this would be. Maybe a survival or a nature check.
Oh, I would prefer nature if that's an option.
That is an option. Because you. All right. 21. Okay, so you're looking at it, and you're kind of seeing what it looks like, how much of the rock and stone and dirt and everything on the ceiling that makes up the ceiling is tightly packed and likely, or loosely packed and more likely to fall versus likely to stay up. You think, looking up, that if this tunnel were to collapse, it would not necessarily be impassable. It might be difficult to get through, but it wouldn't collapse in its entirety and be like a total cave-in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Guys,
Well,
I
let's
think
go.
I think we just go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Red team, awesome! Run through the tunnel.
Okay, so you guys
I'm
just
gonna.
you guys are just
You gotta roll.
you just running through it.
Yeah, I guess.
And making sure we don't knock anything, I
think
guess.
maybe we go one at a time, single file, so we don't like touch the wall, but as fast as you can.
I'll go first since I can always get myself back out.
Yeah, Pua.
Smart.
Okay. As you kind of make your way through,
So
but
brave.
you're running, you're not just okay. Yeah, that's what you said. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
You guys kind of run. Pua goes forward. She takes a few steps. Nothing happens. You all go after. You hear that creaking and groaning go, and then as you're running, you're like, this might not be so bad. We're about halfway there. You hear the snap of one of these support beams. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
You lulled us into a false sense of comfort, you bastard.
That's his job.
I am
Oh.
but a
Oh no!
20.
okay. We got some. Pua got a dirty 20.
I wasn't the worst.
Quoth got an 8. Rin got a 6.
The two most dexterous people in the party.
And Benson got a 7. Pua just dashes, going through, jumping between the supports, and makes her way out to the other side. Everyone else that got stuck slightly behind her is like, ah! As this stuff just falls on them. You all take...
Wait, me?
Nope, everyone except Pua takes 3
Okay.
points of bludgeoning damage. As you're going, as things are falling from the ceiling and hitting you, falling on you. You guys almost fall over, but you help each other up, grab each other around under the wings, under the arms, and pull yourselves out as you end up on the other side of this tunnel. As the final supports give it, the ceiling crumbles to the ground.
What does it look like when we look back at that?
Well,
rubble?
at first, as you look back, it is a sand cloud. You can't look back. You have to like cover your eyes as the entire area around you is just covered in just sand filling the air. You all cough out, cover your mouth. And as it starts to settle, still with the haze of dust, it does look like you'd be able to kind of crawl over the top through a space to get back where you came from. It does not seem to be totally covered, but it would definitely be difficult to make your way.
Okay.
We live in this cave now.
I hope Kenna can fit through that.
Don't worry, I can widen the way. I'll go first and just swim. Just gonna swim through the soil.
Okay.
All right. Do we still have light in the area where we are now?
You can recast it because it's a
Yeah, I'll
cantrip.
recast it.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip, so I am recasting the light. What do we see when I recast the light down here? In front of us, obviously not behind us.
Much of the same. The tunnel continues on. This is a large network of these interwoven caverns that continues, it seems, for quite a while.
I suppose we should continue moving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You move through these caverns for about another 30 minutes, making your way, keeping your eyes out for any sign of life, any sign of danger as you go. After about that other half hour of moving, the tunnel opens up into a spacious cavern. Stalactites and stalagmites dot the floor and ceiling. The sound of dripping water bloop, bloop, can be heard slowly echoing in the distance.
I like all the cool jazz in the background.
Oh, sorry. Is it too loud? I can tell.
No, it's fine. I
It's
just
too
every
good.
so often I hear it and I'm like,
He texted me. He was like, if it's obnoxious, let me know. It's definitely not what you would hear in a cave, that's for sure.
Although I bet sax would sound really good in a cave with all those echoes.
It would, yeah. He might claim royalties for playing this live on the show, but
he can have a great percent of the none money we've made so far. It's very good.
Well, can I like sneak and snoop around this cave looking for things? More mushrooms, perhaps?
Make a perception check for me, Rin.
Because I ate all my mushrooms.
Go for it.
And some of Benson's mushrooms.
I'm gonna have a sip of grape juice.
Wait, what? You said perception check?
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Meow.
Okay. So Rin kind of is looking around, looking for some mushrooms, seeing what she sees, not finding too much, but you hear the dripping water and you think some fungus might be growing as you're going. What's everyone else doing as Rin makes her way into this cavern?
I'm gonna start saying Kenna's name and hope that maybe she hears us or...
Sure. You just like are stepping into the cavern, just saying her name.
Yeah, and then I'll like be quiet for a sec to see if I hear anything. Are there offshoots of the cavern?
It does seem to have another opening at the far end.
Okay.
What about?
But just one? It's not like a...
Yeah, no, it's not like there's...
Okay.
Which way do I go? Oh, wait. That's not true. There are 3 exits to it, actually.
Great.
They are all at the far end, but there's like 1, 2, 3, and then the way you came. As you look, the first exit is about like 15 feet tall, with like a door wide width about 5 feet or so. So you kind of go like single file through it. The second one is a little bit wider, same height, but about 10 feet wide. And the third one is just about like a 4-foot wide opening, and the larger of you even might have to like squeeze through to get through that third opening. But that's what you see at the far.
I will yell Kenna's name and then wait, but into each of those tunnels.
All right, so you start moving towards those tunnels. What are Quoth and Benson doing?
Oh, I don't have I don't like that I have advantage on dex checks in dim light or darkness, but I don't have dark vision. That's throwing me off. I guess, can I stay kind of close to Pua and I'll kind of just like look along the ground and see if I can see any like disturbances on the floor?
Yeah, sure. Looking along the ground, seeing if you see. What about you, Benson?
Yeah, I'll just walk towards the cave where Pooh's going, or the cave entrance is. If she's going to take maybe the left, I'll take with the center, whoever they're organized.
Yeah, sure. As you're kind of like walking through the center, looking at the ground, looking for anything that you see, looking for mushrooms that might be growing along the edges. Without warning, I'm going to read what they say, even though you don't know what this is. Deck of Many, you should have not said the name of these creatures, because these people don't know what these creatures are. 2 sticky slimes and 2 caustic slimes drop down from above, surrounding
Ew.
you. Beside the entrance you just came through, you can make out those other 3 exits on the opposite side of this dark cavern. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Damn it!
For you looked at the ground, but did not look above.
Wait, there were
I thought we were
what?
looking above.
2 sticky slimes and
And then
what?
two of a new kind of slime. You don't remember
Caustic
seeing.
slimes.
They are like greenish in color, as you can see as they fall down into the light. Although they are all about the same size. I'm going to roll this first one, which is the initiative for the ones you've already fought. And then this one is for the new kind. All right. Yeah, they're not very quick. 25 to 20, if you guys can like help me out a little. Nope, nothing. The highest I have is 12, it looks like, from Benson.
I think so, yeah.
And then I have
Me, Quoth.
Quoth 10. After Quoth, we have
Rin.
What does Rin have?
9.
Okay.
Caustic slimes with 7. Pua with 6. Sticky slimes with 2.
Beautiful. All right. Top of the line. You guys are now surrounded by these undulating slimes. Benson, you are up first.
So about how far away from us are they? Like roughly?
They are within like 10 feet of you, and like you are surrounded by them. So they are dot the 4 points around.
Okay. I would like to, whatever is in front of me. I recognize that I can't get all of them, but I'd like to cast Entangle at the area in front of me to try to catch as many of them as I can in that kind of front arc.
All right. And what is the area that Entangle can encapsulate?
20 square feet.
Sure. So you could potentially get all of them, but you'd also then entangle all of you. You're just trying to entangle the ones in front of you.
Yeah, I don't want to catch us, but I want to try to entangle at least what's in front of me.
I'd say you'd be able to get 2 of these slimes without messing with yourselves.
Okay, cool.
What is the save on that?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I can check
Let's
it
see.
out.
For the first one who's caught in it?
Well, they probably get to make a save to see if they're caught in it.
Yeah,
I believe.
Let me hit the little button and make the computer do it for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You can just hit it and then it'll come up. It's fun.
Yeah.
I have it here, though. It's a concentration spell up to a minute. Grasping weeds and vines sprout for a 20-foot starting point. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in the area must succeed as a strength saving throw. Okay, so they're going to make strength saving throws. I'm going to say you're getting 1 sticky slime and 1 of the new slimes in this. So the sticky slime, that's an 18, so it probably makes the save. And this new kind of slime, it's only a 12. What is your spell save DC?
What's that? I gotta click on.
It's probably on your spell sheet.
Gotcha. Let me see.
It would be...
I'm not seeing that, sorry.
That's okay. Spell save DC would be 8 plus your proficiency bonus, which would be 10, plus your spell casting modifier. What skill do you use for your spells? Is it wisdom?
Yep.
Okay, so what's your wisdom?
It's 20, so it's a 5.
All right, so 15 is your spell save DC.
Okay.
So one of them makes it, but this new kind of slime does not. As these vines wrap up around it, actually, these vines shoot through this slime as it is trying to move its way around. But it does seem to be entangled. All right, that is your action. What else would you like to do?
I'm just going to grab my shield, kind of get ready with it, but I don't want to move closer to any of the ones where we are. I want to stay right where I am.
Okay, perfect. That is going to be after Benson. Quoth, you are up.
What does the what does the ceiling of this cavern look like? Can I see that?
Yeah, stalactites are just like sticking down all over it. It's pretty high, so the stalactites, like if you jumped, you could probably touch some of the longer ones that come down. But it's definitely, it's cavernous.
Are there any thin ones?
Yeah, there are some that are definitely skinnier.
Can I try and shoot an arrow at one of the thin ones? I want to try and make it drop down on a slime and like stab it into the ground.
Yeah, sure. Roll to attack. And this is less to see if you hit, as more to see if you're able to. A 15, yeah, sure. You do. You go and you release, and it hits this stalactite too. I'm gonna make you roll again to see if this is gonna fall onto one of the slimes and do damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is above one of the sticky slimes. It's the one that is in that entangling area but has not been ensnared by Benson's spell. I want you to roll a d20 plus your dex. So d20 plus, yeah, whatever your dex modifier is. That's a dirty 20. All right, this thing falls.
Let's fucking go!
Right through the center of this slime. Roll a d6 for damage on that.
Hey.
5 points of damage. Although it does not seem to take the full brunt of this damage, this thing does slam down in the center of it as it kind of splats out and then starts to get together and reform again. Nice. That is your action. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm just gonna try and stay in the middle of all of the active slimes.
Okay, great. Rin is up next.
All right, I have 2 questions.
Sure.
Are the caustic and the sticky slimes visually different from
Visually very different. We all saw that lovely picture of the kind of shiny looking sticky slime. The caustic slime is green and gross with different pieces of rock and maybe some other materials sticking out of it.
It looks like Oogie Boogie.
It's like an Oogie Booger.
It looks like the oozes in WoW.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's very much like that.
And my other question is, I have a set of fine clothes in my bag.
Sure.
Do I get to pick what the fine clothes are, or is this a specific?
No, I definitely think
She wants to be fancy.
You would have fine clothes that match your character. So you should be able to decide what they look like. Absolutely.
All right, and what type of slime is closest to me?
You are pretty surrounded by these things, so you could get to any of them just as quickly.
You would dress it up.
In my set of fine clothes,
Yes.
is a beautiful, large, long, flowy, silken dress with a very tight fabric weave. I would like to whip that out of my mouth and try to like ensnare one of the sticky slimes with it.
Okay.
Roll for grapple with dress.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be that kind of thing. Roll an athletics check. And you're going for one of the sticky slimes.
All right.
Lucas, I need my feet.
Whoa! Natural 20.
Woo!
You drop this dress on one of the sticky slimes, and it, much like if you tried to put me into a corset, sucks up around the center as its pseudopods shoot out and are dangling out of the sleeves like little arms. As it starts to kind of wiggle, trying to expand, but the very spandex of this dress just pulls it back in, as it is currently restrained. That is wonderful.
It's a Spanx slime now.
Yes. And for its very nature, right, it's sticking to the inside of this. So as it tries to wiggle out, it's actually just almost getting itself a little more stuck in the highest fashion it's ever experienced. All right, that is your action. Mark off your fine clothes because they are now on a slime. And anything else you would like to do? You have a movement and a bonus action if you choose to use them.
Am I allowed to like use my bonus action to tie up the sleeves of the dress?
Yeah, I can say that. You start to like put a pretty bow on them. Really
Like, kind of like roll it up into like a ball. Okay, cool. And I don't have a dress.
And you froof them, much like the prom dress from Napoleon Dynamite.
I love it.
So there are still sticky spots of this slime exposed, right?
Oh,
it's
yes.
not like covered, totally covered.
Yep, there are little arms sticking out. There's a head, what would be a head, but it's all just slime.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna do a little known interjection fact. The first person I ever watched Napoleon Dynamite with is on this stream right now, and it is Shelly.
It's a good movie.
So good.
I like
Such a
those
good
movies. They're real big. All right, that is Rin's turn. The caustic slime that is stuck he is ensnared in your spell, Benson. He is going to try to break away.
Yeah, good luck.
Let's see. That's going to be just a 13. It tries to move, but your magical vines again, like reach up to meet it and grab it and actually pull it back down to the ground where it is. It's unable to go. The other caustic slime is going to though start moving forward. Rin, can you roll a d4 for me?
Oh, that's me.
For Pua, this caustic slime moves towards you. It is going to attack you with I'm going to say it again, pseudopod.
You would.
That's a 16 to hit.
That is my AC.
Then it hits. You are going to take 6 points of acid damage.
Ew.
Woof.
Gross.
Uh,
sick!
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
14.
Although, no, I don't think you have to. I think that doesn't make sense because that'd be like double damage. Never mind.
Double damage?
Yeah. Never mind on that saving throw. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, as it reaches out and smoke starts to shoot up from where it hit you, and it burns right through the clothing you're wearing and into your skin. Very, very unpleasant. Pua, you are now up after being smackadied by the slime.
Okay.
I will remind you, these are very slow-moving creatures as well.
That's how I got a dress on one.
That's right.
So I'm going to cast Bane
Okay.
on all. I can cast it on 3 creatures. So I'm going to cast it on the slimes, the 2 caustic, and the 1 not in a dress.
Okay, and what's the save on Bane? Is it Wisdom?
Charisma.
Charisma. Ooh, these are very charismatic slimes, let me tell you.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so the one's not in a dress. So 1 sticky slime. That's going to be a 2, so it is not going to make it. And the 2
Nope.
caustic slimes, the one that hit you
It's a -5? Damn.
is a 1, and the other one is going to be a 15 with that natural 20. So 1 caustic slime makes it, though that is the one that is currently restrained in the vines.
Okay. So the 2 that did not save have to subtract 1d4 on every attack or save for the duration, which is 1 minute.
Wow.
Okay, and you're
And-
concentrating on that spell, just as Benson is concentrating on his vines. Remember that, guys.
Yes. Can I drop into my little ball of spikes?
I don't know. Does that take an action or a bonus
It
action?
is an action, yeah,
Then
so
you
I
cannot
can't.
do that.
I'm done.
Okay. With that, the sticky slimes are up. 1 is going to try to unrestrain itself from the dress. What did you roll when you were trying to restrain Rin?
I think I did athletics.
Yeah, I think it was the 22. So I'm going to say it needs to beat a 22, and it literally... it can't. I'm done with that slime. It literally can't beat your roll. It's in a dress. I'm really happy with that. It's not moving. The other sticky slime is... this is the one that Quoth dropped the big spike on. It is going to move forward closer to all of you. Yeah, Quoth, why don't you give me a d4 roll to see who it's going to attack?
Hopefully not me.
It is Pua again.
Oh
This is a problemo.
Didn't want to attack.
Pua looks like shit.
no!
Do you?
Yeah, I don't look good. I have 8 hit points and you took 6 already. So
Well, that's a 16 to hit.
yeah, it does.
Oh, shoot.
So wait, Pua's
That's the second time you rolled exactly my AC.
It is. You take 5 more damage.
Well, I'm unconscious.
All right. As this slime, this pushes out this pseudopod, smacks you in the chest, and sends you...
Wait, no. He has to subtract a 1d4 on every attack roll.
Ah.
Ha!
Good call.
F you, slime.
Even if it's a 1, he won't make it.
Yeah, so you jump just out of the way as the pseudopod shoots out. Good job on that Bane. Nice.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That is going to be its turn. Back to the top of round, Benson. I will also
Not
say
unconscious.
you are all currently surrounded. Some of you are looking a bit rough. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but you move a hell of a lot faster than these here slimes. Just putting that out there.
Run away!
Run away!
Well, my question is, can I move while still concentrating on the spell?
Yes,
Or-
the only time you would have to make a concentration check on that spell is if you take damage.
Okay, so I could perform other actions then, or no?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Oh,
You could even cast other spells, as long as they're not concentration
As long as they're not
spells.
concentration spells.
Gotcha. I thought I had to
Thanks.
basically do that till I didn't do it. Okay, that makes more sense. I should probably read these rules at some
That
point.
is okay. There are a lot of them. I do not
Yeah.
expect everyone at the table to read all 80,000 pages of D&D 5e rules.
Well, that's good. Yes, I get something in my head just makes me think it might be a good idea for me to try to run a little bit. They might just be a little slower than me. Don't know where I get this idea from.
Okay.
And
Maybe it's the hedge god.
So if you are in range with these things, so you'd have to move between them. If you move out of range of them, they will get attacks of opportunity, unless you use your action to disengage, in which case you will not incur attacks of opportunity.
Yep, let's disengage and let's get a full 30 feet of distance away from them. I'd like to, because now, if I remember correctly, Rin wasn't in our little grouping. Is she also part of the surrounded group, or is she outside?
She's probably just outside that, because she was looking for some mushrooms while you guys were moving towards those exits. So she's pretty close to you, but just outside of that like surrounded area.
I'd like to disengage towards the direction that she is in.
Sure.
And get just a bit behind her.
Yeah, absolutely. Be protected by the coat of sharp things.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. So you move a ways away from these slimes, in the direction of general direction of where Rin is. Quoth, you're up.
All right. I saw Benson kind of pass them with ease, so I'm gonna do a little sneaky sneak quickly and just start moving towards the tunnel openings.
The one that you came from, or the three openings?
The three opening.
Okay, you start moving that way. Are you also going to use your action to disengage?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. You're able to move 30 feet away. That definitely seems to be too far away for these slimes to catch you, although you think they may pursue. After Rin, the caustic slimes are up next. That one is going to again try to get out of its restraint from the vines. And that's going to be +1. That's a 15. It is not able to do so. The other one, because there is only one other enemy in its general space right now, is going to attack Pua again, although it does take the a D4.
If that save would have taken it too. It saves and attacks.
Okay, that's a 21 to hit.
Fuck.
That is, but that's -4. That's a 17. Is still gonna
which
hit,
is gonna
right?
hit me. Yep.
Okay.
And am I gonna have to make sure that I'm still concentrating since it hit me?
You definitely are, but if you are knocked unconscious, you're definitely not concentrating. That's 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's a 6 on a
and
D6.
now I'm unconscious.
As this caustic slime just whacks you against the head. Again, steam escapes as your head starts to burn. You yell as Pua falls to the ground. At that, after this caustic slime's turn, it is Pua's turn. Make a death save, please.
Oh, Christ. Great.
That is one failure.
Good start. Good start.
The sticky slimes are up. They start moving, since Pua is not moving, they start moving towards the lot of you, but they cannot move quickly enough to get to you. At this point, we are kind of out of battle order, right? You are able at this point to move around the room in a way that is going to keep you away from these slimes. However, unfortunate with that last turn, you currently have one of your own in the middle of the room, currently unconscious and not looking well at all. What would you guys like to do?
Can I try and kite the slimes away from Pua?
Yeah.
I don't have anything that can help her, so I want to try and distract them.
Roll a persuasion. I would say you can do persuasion, intimidation, or performance, honestly. Any of those sound good to me for this. And I'll...
Performance sounds like fun.
Okay. And what are you do? Nice, a 17. What performance are you doing to try to attract these slimes to you?
I'm gonna pull out my swords and I'm gonna try and make them catch whatever light is in the room and just kind of do like a boogity boogity, like hey, shouting at them and like trying just to get their attention so that if they have eyes, whatever senses I can appeal to on these creatures, I'm trying to like.
Yeah, you're stamping your feet, you're waving these swords, you're boogity boogity, and your swords are just catching the light from this from Pua's amulet that is down by her side, still attached to her neck, shining this bright light, showing her currently closed eyes and unconscious face, and shining the light back at them. And they
Wait,
do.
if I'm unconscious, the light doesn't go out?
Oh, it does. Actually, it would have gone out before. When you weren't concentrating on something else and not on the light. So you're in
Light
darkness.
is not a concentration spell.
Ah, so no, the light is still there. Okay, good call. Yeah, the light is still there. So don't argue with me. I knew that light was still there. I'm so good at D&D. I know all the things. And they are currently moving towards you, Quoth, but you are staying well out of their range. They're not able to get to you. Anyone else want to do anything in this instance? Benson and Rin.
Save Pua!
Go, go!
If she's unconscious, I can still cast like a healing spell and bring her back up, right?
You certainly can.
Then yeah, we're gonna cast Healing Word.
Okay.
What's your healing word again? It's funny.
Well, last time it was shit, as I healed myself. This time, seeing the burns, I'm pretty grossed out by them. So it's like, oh, gross.
Okay.
I love it.
And you 6 points of healing. Nice roll. All right, and
Woohoo.
Pua, your eyes flash open as you look around, take a quick survey of the room. First, you're half blinded by your light, so you push it out of the way just a little bit. You see one of the slimes still ensnared in these vines, unable to get out. You see another one
In a
looking,
dress?
looking just like an unfortunate young child dressed up for Sunday church, unable to move, and you are able to kind of move freely. You guys all kind of, Pua getting up, you guys getting together, moving in the direction of the exits you had been moving towards before. There are 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Which one will you take?
I don't like this because I want to roll a d3 to decide.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Are the slimes of a size where I could lift them?
They're about the size of you.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, they are big and they are goopy and they are freaky, and they knocked out one of your
Rin,
friends.
you've been over this. You cannot touch them. Even the one in the dress. Stop trying to touch the slimes.
You guys are moving quick. I need an answer. 1, 2, or 3. Where are you going?
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Benson takes off down the 3rd tunnel. This tiny little tunnel, just 4 feet by 4 feet. He has to crouch down and squeeze himself through this giant, lanky bird, squeezing himself through this tiny little thing. Are you all following him through that exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
You
I
squeeze
fit comfortably.
You squeeze through this tiny exiting. After you get through, the tunnel quickly widens out to 15 feet ahead. You look around, seeing no impediments in any direction. You start running down through the tunnel. As you look back, one of the caustic slimes hits the edge of the tunnel. Steam again shooting out from where it touches as it squeezes through like jelly through a tube, moving in your direction. You continue to run ahead, and after about a minute of running, this leads into a larger tunnel, continuing on forward, seemingly without any of the dangers the previous cavern held.
Oh, good.
Good. Whew. This cavern sucks.
Yeah, let's take a little stretch out after squeezing myself through that cavern there. Not feeling too hot right now.
All right, what would you all like to do?
Look around. See,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the ceiling.
Yeah, you look around, and it does seem to be very much like the continuation of the tunnel you were just in, right? With just that cavern blip in the center. It seems to be sturdy. There. Wait, is that? Nope, nope, no slimes. Nope. No, are you sure? Nope, that wasn't one either. Nope, no slimes. This is good. Okay, we're okay. You seem to be fairly safe at the moment.
Can I take a closer look at where we just popped out of and see why that slime had so much, like, just couldn't go through it?
Go through what?
Didn't it, like, evaporate when it tried to go through?
Oh,
there?
no. It was the caustic slime, and it seemed to, like, be burning away as it jelloed through the center. It was indeed chasing you. Although, after running for a few minutes down, you believe you don't hear the weird sucking sounds of this slime continuing after you any longer. It gave up the chase.
Gotcha. I misunderstood.
What kind of like day is that? Like, how long have you been?
Hard to say. It was a bit close to midday when you were getting here. You've been here a little over an hour inside the tunnels.
All right, so it's not dinner time yet.
You could, if you choose, at this point, take a short rest of about an hour or so to heal up and such.
And have 11sies.
Eat some mushrooms.
More mushrooms.
I
I have a
carefully poured my
question.
mushroom.
Will you share your mushrooms with me?
Yeah, you have all of them. I have some rations that are real food.
I love mushrooms. So what happens with the short rest? Do we get any of our points back?
So, in a short rest, you all have one hit die. That should be on your character sheet. Depends on your class what kind of die it is. If you so choose, you can roll that hit die, and then you get that number plus your Constitution modifier, I think. Yeah. So plus your Constitution modifier, or you can just hit die on your character sheet, and it automatically rolls. So Pua got 9 hit points back. Rin also gets 9 hit points back. These are good rolls on hit die, guys.
Does overage on our hit point max? Is that it? Just fills you up.
It fills you
to your
up
max.
to your max.
That's it.
Correct. The only way to go above your max is with temporary hit points. I don't believe any of you have spells or anything at level 1 that would give you that those temporary hit points. So your
Do you
max
recover
is
any
the
spell
ceiling.
slots or no?
You do not recover spell slots until you take a long rest. You'll also get this hit die back at a long rest. So you only have one of these to use per day. Or per long rest, whatever. Quoth got an 8. Nice. And if Benson would like to use his, he can. He doesn't have to. I don't know if you took any damage.
I took that 3 from the cave in, so I'll...
Yeah, so you get 4 points of healing, so you're back up to full.
Cool.
Mushrooms are magic.
Okay.
Yeah, snacks are great. Now we all feel better.
How come I only have 8 hit points to start?
Because
crazy.
What is your constitution?
That's not even possible.
What's your constitution modifier?
3?
And what's your hit die as a cleric? Is it a D6?
8.
D8? Then you should have 11 hit points at level 1.
Good story.
Yep.
You lied to me.
I did not make your character sheet.
I asked you when I made it, and you lied.
It is whatever your hit die is plus your con mod at level 1.
Yeah, you didn't tell me plus my con mod. That's what was missing.
I'm so very sorry.
You wanted me to die.
I'm going to ask you guys, do we kind of want to continue on tonight and go a little bit further into these caverns, or did we want to end here at the short rest and pick it up next week? I know it's just a little past 9 now, but we started a little bit late. I don't know how you all are feeling. I could go either way.
I'm either way too.
What'd you say?
doesn't
What?
matter.
I
What'd you
said
say?
I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah, that was kind of my take. I know most of us, myself included, work in the morning. So I think at that point, we can call it there for the evening while you guys are taking a short rest in this little safe space you found in these caverns. And we will continue this cavern crawl next week. Uh, One of the fun things for me as a DM in running like official stuff like this is you guys actually go into dungeons. Uh, my players, I think, know me for not doing a lot of dungeons in Dungeons and Dragons, and also not giving a lot of magic items in Dungeons and Dragons, which you guys have not found yet. So we'll see if this Humblewood campaign gives you, some magic seas.
Cool.
Well, thanks very much, guys. This was really fun.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
very slimy kind of piece of the adventure. Yeah, it's a little gross, but it's a fun gross, Thank you, you guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We really appreciate it. And we'll see everyone. We should be ready to go at 7 next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Cool.